It's a great segue to welcome our next guest to really talk about dental care. Probably the depth of dental care is really misunderstood, and we're anxious to have Tequila Terry, the Regional Vice President of DentaQuest, on the phone with us today. Good morning, Tequila.
Good morning.
Hey, great to have you here. Appreciate you taking time out of your day. Give our audience a little backgrounder on DentaQuest, if you would, please.
Sure. Well, first let me just say I'm delighted to be here today and so excited to be able to share with you some really important information about what's going on in the dental care industry. DentaQuest is actually the second largest dental benefits administrator in the United States. We serve more than 20 million Medicaid CHIP recipients on behalf of 10 state agencies and more than 80 health plans around the country. We also participate in 11 state marketplace exchanges, either directly or through our partnerships with health plans. And we really set ourselves apart from other dental benefit managers through our mission to improve the oral health of all. We do this through 4 independent entities that are focused on achieving our mission. That's our benefits division, where we really work to increase coverage and access. Our foundation, which is focused on philanthropy and engaging communities and influencing policies on a grassroots level. Our institute, which works very directly on improving the efficiency and effectiveness of care delivery. And then our newest portion of the company is our care delivery division, where we're focused on expanding access and delivering quality care, particularly to communities that don't have, really strong access options. And so all 4 parts of the companies work together to support our mission and really provide excellent customer service, innovation, and care, ultimately with this goal of improving really the outcomes in terms of healthcare for people around the country.
Hey, Tequila, that's great. Tell me, what are some of the most misunderstood and important issues around proper dental care and offering, that value of this benefit to an employee and their families?
Yeah, it's interesting to me. I think one of the most important things today is that people don't understand the link between primary health care and dental care. So for too long, the mouth has actually been treated as separate from the body. However, oral health is really critical to good overall health. And we see this time and time again around the country. In fact, for, the employer groups on the line or listening to the broadcast, they're probably very familiar with the idea that, adults lose a lot of productive work time because of oral health issues. We see the statistic that over, 134 million work hours are lost due to oral health issues. And so when we think about how to, address that issue, it's really about bringing together primary care and dental care. We see, more than half of the U.S. Adults, over 117 million people, have, chronic health conditions like congestive heart failure, coronary heart disease, stroke, diabetes. And what many people don't realize is that the current research is showing that there's a correlation between diseases of the mouth, like periodontal disease, and these chronic systemic diseases. And so that's important for people to recognize as they think about the healthcare system. We also see an exorbitant amount of money being spent on emergency room visits for dental care conditions in the U.S. More and more consumers are using the emergency room as their point of entry for dental care. And it's usually when a condition has gotten to a point that it's so severe they feel like there's no other option. And we all in this industry know that the cost of emergency room care is more than 3 times the cost of a routine dental visit, averaging, about $750, and that's only if the patient isn't hospitalized. So, and it's really not a long-term solution. At the emergency room, you're likely going to get some antibiotics and painkillers, but you're not going to get, the kind of treatment that addresses the infection. And so the person gets on this vicious cycle of going to the emergency room to address, issues that continue to flare up. So again, when we think about sort of the things that people don't understand about the dental care industry is, the impact that it has on productive working time, the impact that it has on overall health, the cost that's involved when people don't take a preventive approach to dental care. And so DentaQuest very specifically is working with organizations that are educating primary care providers on oral health so that they can spot these issues, really in advance and encourage people to get appropriate care. And then on the flip side, we're also working with dentists to make sure that they are doing the same, educating patients on, the importance and the linkage between the mouth and the rest of the body so that they can, too, make those referrals. So really, I could probably go on and on about that, but that's, those are some of the key issues that we see when it comes to, dental care.
Tequila, I think, one of the positive things I see, not just, what you're doing and how you're out there, is that there is a unity in the industry of promoting the importance of dental care. It even goes beyond dental, but the vision people are doing around eye care. And I think, and then you look at employers, how employers are trying to step up to do wellness better. So you actually fit pretty well overall with where the market's trending right now to embrace all aspects of good wellness and preventive care. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree 100%, and that's exactly our focus, is really taking, a holistic look at what makes a person healthy. And it's not just the body, it's the mouth, it's the, the eye care. Part of DentaQuest is our EyeQuest division, and we focus on working with, our customers around the country to actually ensure that, the folks that they serve actually have adequate eye care services. And so we agree wholeheartedly with that approach.
So one thing that makes me think of is the link between diet and dental health or oral health. To what degree do your efforts include, education or anything related to nutrition in your work with employers?
Yeah, it's actually, a critical part of, what we do. And really it comes down to, it starts with education of people, so that nutrition is a part of it. But really it's about this broader message of preventive oral health care. And that's what we believe is really going to move the needle. So we encourage, the employer groups, the individuals, the states, the health plans that we work with, is that really we should encourage people to get care as early as possible. And so dental disease, in particular cavities and periodontal disease, are 100% preventable. So that's the important thing that employers should recognize, is that it's 100% preventable. And so the time that, we spend, really managing those diseases could be better spent actually encouraging people to get into care much sooner. A large focus of what we do is on families and the children in the families. And the time, particularly for children to get in, is as early as possible and at age 1 or when the first teeth, erupt. And so in our country, one of the things we find, though, is that, it's very common for infants and 1-year-olds to see a physician, but only 2% of, our population of our kids across the country ever have a visit to a dentist. And so it's important for us to make sure that, we get those children in early. And when you get the children in, that's also an opportunity for the family and the workers of the family to actually see a dentist as well. And so we believe that, adults are really going to be benefited by focusing on improving oral health and making sure that they can access services that will, improve their ability to be productive in the workforce. And so I think employers need to understand that concept.
Tequila, that's great. We live in an age a digital age and an age of technology innovation. Talk a little bit about what you're doing with technology innovation to better serve your customer base and the consumers.
Well, I would imagine, too, if you don't mind, tack on to that how that's fitting in with your access initiative, because technology lets you reach more people who can't necessarily get to the dentist as frequently.
Right.
You're exactly right. We know the future of healthcare is in digital technology. So to DentaQuest, this means a couple of things. It's about understanding how consumers want to access and receive information about their healthcare. So as an example, consumers want information at their fingertips. If we look around today, everyone that we see has a computer, they have a tablet, they have a cell phone, they have some sort of electronic technology device. And so given, that sort of shift in engagement and how people get information, the same principle has to apply in healthcare and specifically in oral healthcare. So DentaQuest, we understand that it's about consumer preferences. And so one of the things we do as an example is design, telephone apps that can be used to find dental resources. So if you are a person who needs care and you don't know where to go, wouldn't it be great if you could just pull up your PDA and actually find, through location services on your iPhone, as an example, a quick or the nearest dentist office? It also, impacts how we support customers now. So we're investing in technology to ensure that, our employees are able to deliver exceptional customer service. We find that, again, as we think about, the shift in the paradigm and how people want to receive information, it also allows us to tailor outreach strategies. And so if you prefer to get emails or if you prefer to get messages, text messages on your phone, these are all new ways that, 10 years ago we wouldn't have thought about, but now this is very appropriate for how we engage people in the healthcare system. So it's absolutely a part of what we're doing.
Hey, Tequila, we've got a couple of minutes here, and I want to bring back kind of the benefit and insurance coverage option, particularly looking from an employer point of view, either through their health plan, et cetera. I mean, employers are looking to really manage costs like they never have before, and yet provide, a variety of choice to their employee consumers. And consumers are also, need to become better consumers and spend some of their own money, maybe through a defined contribution. What are you doing to kind of serve the employers and the consumers with kind of multiple options and affordable options for them?
Yeah, so it's really about recognizing that today there are many different ways that people get coverage, right? So we know that, the Patient Affordable Care Act really, has designed a number of different ways for people to access dental care, particularly through, as you've mentioned, the employer option, but there's also Medicaid, there's Medicare, there's CHIP, there's now the marketplace exchanges. And so for all of these options, DentaQuest offers, dental benefit products and administrative services designed to address all of those types of areas. So if you're an employer, you now, can work with your employees to appropriately direct them to the right source of coverage that suits their need. And with a company like DentaQuest, we're operating in all of those areas. So it really does get to this issue of, lack of coverage, which is a primary reason why people don't actually go to the dentist today. Additionally, we also know that, another challenge that employers and their employees face is even if they have coverage, they don't know, where to go. They're in an area where there may be a shortage of dentists. Today, we know that over 50 million Americans, live in areas with insufficient dental care. And so this is a key reason why we established our care delivery division as a way to offer high quality, efficient, and preventive care with the goal of improving, oral health in the communities, particularly with no other access to dental care. So now employers can rest assured that their employees, again, can get the care that they need and thereby be more productive in the workforce. And so, just again, DentaQuest is committed to providing, a range of different insurance options to help employers, to help individuals, to help health plans, to help state governments, so that, we ensure that we are getting people the regular dental visits that they need, so that they do, in fact, have the ability to have improved oral health.
Tequila, just a quick question, more of a point of information. Is and we've got about 2 minutes to go here. Is telehealth coming into the dental space at all?
Yeah. So that's actually an area that we're really excited about. We call it teledentistry in our industry because really that's an exciting new opportunity that some states are adopting in order to address the challenges that they are seeing in the ability for people to access care. And so, again, when we think about our care delivery division in particular, we are looking at ways to incorporate teledentistry into how we render services. So what that might look like, in a variety of places around the country, is that you have a dentist who is able to remotely provide assistance to a patient. That might be by way of a dental hygienist who travels out, still under the scope of supervision of, a dentist, but, who actually expands the reach of that dental practice by being out in the field. So the idea behind teledentistry is to really focus on expanding access through a variety of different mechanisms. And so we anticipate that just as we see this trend in medicine, we will see the same in dentistry, and DentaQuest is absolutely engaged and on the forefront of that, in fact.
Yeah, that's exciting stuff, Tequila, and we really appreciate you joining us today. I mean, time flies here when we're having fun talking about something in depth as dental care. Tell our audience how they can get in touch with you, please.
Yeah, so certainly DentaQuest is, a national oral health provider, and so they can reach us certainly on our website of www.DentaQuest.com, and there they can find out all kinds of information about, oral health and how the, oral health is linked to overall health and how better outcomes can be achieved. And really, our goal throughout all of the ways that we engage with customers is to improve oral health. And so we would encourage people to visit us on our website to learn more about this really key initiative this key issue in healthcare.
Tequila, thank you so much. I look forward to talking to you and your team sometime in the near future again. You have a great weekend. Appreciate your time.